So Saeed says, could you please explain about the actual method of asking questions and not using auxiliary verbs in forming it, right? Like, are you coming over tomorrow? Will you be there tomorrow? That kind of thing, right? I'm assuming that this is your question. Can we, for let's say yes or no questions, can we leave out the verb at the beginning, are, do, to then replace it with nothing? And the answer is yes, but I wouldn't like to use the word method for doing it. I'd like to say there are certain things that we can say removing that in conversational English. So let's just focus on yes or no questions, all right? Now, we're not talking about questions that start with words like, what did you have for breakfast? Why did you buy that? Why did you buy that? Now, forming those questions, what, why, how, where, still uses the same verb, right? Why do you? What are you? How can we? We're still using that verb right after the what or the why or the how or the can, right? Forget, not the can. The what, the why, the where, the what, the why, the where, the how, the who, and the when. Those are all of them. Yeah. We still put that verb there. So let's just talk about yes or no questions that start with a helping verb that we might be able to remove to ask a yes or no question correctly. Now, a simple way to do this is to just remove it and see if it makes sense with the question tone as it is, and then ask ourselves, is it very casual sounding? Can we always use it? Can we sometimes use it, right? An example I like to use is, are you hungry? But when we say it, we should probably say, are you hungry? Da-da-da-da. The answer is yes. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten today. My God. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Okay, so the are there is our verb that helps us form the question, the yes or no question. And then if we take it out, we might say, you hungry? You hungry? Or even, hungry? Hungry? Note the intonation of my voice rising up. Now, if we use the what words, the how, the who, the when, the where, the why, we don't need to use the same intonation. What are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing tomorrow? So we're forming the same question plus what at the beginning. For those, we have to use what. We can't just delete it. We can't remove it. We need to have the what there. We need to form the whole question as it is with that little helping verb in there. It's necessary. It's necessary. Now, the main verb is, what are you doing tomorrow, right? So, what about things like ready, going? These common everyday things, it's very common for us to remove one or two words. Are you going tomorrow? Going tomorrow? Fine. Fine. Are you going tomorrow? Going tomorrow? Fine. Good. Good. Are you ready? Ready? Or, you ready? You ready? Now, I should sort of note that technically this is not considered good English. You ready? It's casual, it's informal, but in spoken English for these everyday tasks, asking about readiness, asking about hunger, asking about thirst, asking about common everyday things, we can often remove it, and we often do, but just note that it's not technically supposed to be correct, right? Coming? Are you coming? You coming? All fine. All fine. In spoken conversational English, we take off the helping verb, are, and we just say, you coming? You coming? Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Or, coming? Yeah, coming. Same question. Are you coming? You coming? All the same thing. Now, it is important to have the intonation there, right? How about this one? Did you buy it? This is past tense. This is kind of on the line, right? If we say, you buy it, buy it, that one doesn't quite work. Okay, so it's not something that's totally universal that you can just use all the time in any yes or no question. You can just delete the helping verb and it's fine, especially when we're talking about the past tense, right? But if we're talking about something that's going on now, as I mentioned, are you coming? Are you going? Are you hungry? Are you ready? The state, the status of something in the current time that we're in, the current situation that we're in. Usually, often it's okay, but there are sort of times when it works and times when it doesn't, and you have to just pay attention to when it does and when it doesn't, how people use it, right? I mentioned the past one, buy it? That sounds like something a baby would say. Buy it? Like your little child asked you to go buy a toy at the store, and you went to the store and you came back and your child doesn't see it and they say, buy it? Because they don't know how to say, did you buy it, right? But if someone says something is going on now or in the store now, do you want to buy it? Do you want to buy it? There we could shorten it to want to buy it? Want to buy it? Want to buy it? This is something that's happening now. We're saying it quickly. We want a response. Could we say, you want to buy it? You want to buy it? Not very common. Kind of weird. For that one, we'd probably start with wanna buy it. We might use wanna instead of want to. Wanna buy it? So just pay attention to when they're used, when they're not used. Be careful. If you're using the question words like what and how and who, those sorts of words, you have to make the full question pretty much always. And you can remove for yes or no questions the initial helping verb. Just pay attention to examples when you cannot do that for those yes or no questions. This is a tough question. It's a good question. It's important to pay attention to this. You probably won't see many of these examples in writing or in documentaries because it's so conversational and it's so casual. Good question. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe and also check out my full courses in the links in the description.